Hey guys, so today we're going to do a handstand flow. So you might be like, well, what is a handstand flow? Essentially, we're just going to move, float. Surya Namaskar A is going to have handstands floating up, and then our Surya B as well. You can use the wall. You can place your mat up against the wall to make it easier. The goal is to have fun. The goal is to get inverted and practice. All right, anytime you need to rest, just come down and rest. All right, so let's come to our back first. So let's lie nice and still on our back. Stretch all the way out. Take the legs to the ceiling. And let's lift the hips all the way up and over. And then scoop out the belly, lower the hips. Keep the arms up by the ears. Lower the heels. Reach it forward and lift up for Navasana. Lower back down, reach the arms back, hips up. Again, exhale, lower the hips. Arms up by the ears, hold. Scoop forward and lift. Lower all the way back down, arms back, and lift. Again, scoop and hollow. Arms by the ears, hold. Reach it forward and lift. Couple more, arms back. Lift the toes up and over, stretch. Exhale, hollow out. Slowly lower the heels, reach the arms forward and lift. And last one, arms back, reach all the way over. And then exhale, scoop out the belly. Arms over the ears, reach. This time, let's grab the big toes, sit up. Inhale back. Exhale, lift up. Again, inhale back. Exhale, lift. Oops. Two more. Inhale back. Scoop and lift. And again, inhale back. Exhale, lift. Now let's split the legs. Let's take a little pancake fold. So split all the way down. Shift forward, nice stretch. And then from here, slowly start to shift up. Let's take the legs a little bit narrower. Lift the arms and reach. And then try to reach the arms to the ears for that pancake hold. We'll do a couple more. Inhale, lift, reach, stretch. Again, lift up. And then reach. Let's bring the legs all the way together. Reach for the toes, open the chest, and fold. Again, lift. Maybe hands on the outside of the feet, open the chest, and fold it. All right, and then let's take your blocks. So if you have blocks, we'll grab blocks. Any blocks will do. We're gonna place the blocks behind the hips. Scoop out the belly, push into the heels. Try to lift the hips up, head back. And then release the hips, reach forward and fold. Again, scoop. Reach those hips up, head back. And then shift down again, fold. All right, now let's scoot a little forward. We're gonna do a couple little pickups. So go ahead and cross the ankles, push down into the knuckles and start to lift up. Hold for 3, 2, 1, butt down, scoop and lift, lower down and lift up. Couple more, push and lift, butt off the ground. 3, 2, 1. Lift, lower down. Lift again. Get ready. Push into the knuckles and lift. Butt down, scoop and lift, lower the heels. And last one. So this time, we're gonna try to pick up and jump back. So you're gonna lift up, curl those toes, shoot it back. Belly down. Take the blocks aside. Left ear to the floor. Wiggle the hips. Switch ears. Wiggle the hips. Inhale, start to lift the chest. Keep the hands on the ground, lift the legs, and then rest. Again, start to scoop, squeeze, and rest. Again, squeeze the legs up, and lift. And release, lacing up the fingers, lift up again. And then rest. Again, scoop it up. And rest. This time bend the knees. Push the hips down. Lift. And rest. Again, scoop it up. Lift. Reach back for the ankles. And breathe. Take a moment to rest. Again, scoop and lift. And rest. Hips push down into the floor. Lift. Let's take a little rotation to the left. Back to the center. Lengthen. Rotate to the right. Hips forward. Back to the center and lift. And let's let everything go. Reach the arms all the way forward. Maybe hips swivel side to side. Take the arms nice and wide. We'll rotate over the right shoulder. Bring the left hand back and stretch the shoulder. Pull the knee in. Now place the foot flat. Back to the middle. Left side. Roll over the shoulder. Roll that foot back. Try to get the right foot flat. Left ear resting. Start to shift back. Nice and slow. All the way back. Breathe. Now hands by the bottom ribs. Roll the shoulders open. And then shift down. Again, push into the hips, roll the chest open. Roll down. Again, one more. Push the hips open, this time upward facing. Stretch. And then scoop the belly, roll over the toes. Come to downward facing. Spreading the fingers, spreading the toes. Breathe. Take some time here, pedal out the feet. Make your little adjustments. Separate the feet hips distance or wider. Let's bend those knees. Let's shoot it all the way forward to plank. And then roll over the toes. Scoop it up and back. Stretching the toes, the back of the legs. Hollow it out. Scoop forward, plank. Roll over the toes. Scoop it back. Breathe, stretching the back of those legs. Again, shift it forward, roll over those toes. Pause. Shift it back. Now let's walk the feet to the hands. Fold in, grab the ankles. And let's grab the elbows. Fingertips to the floor, open the chest. Fold in, hands to the back of the neck. Tiny bend of the knees, open the chest. Rise up to stand, scoop the belly, reach. Hands lace up. And fold. Micro bend the knees. and fold it again. Releasing the hands. Let's take the hands behind the legs. Maybe wrapping them up, folding in. Tiny release of the hands. Let's walk the hands back out. Feet back out. Shift to plank. Lower to chaturanga. Inhale all the way upward. Scoop it back. Breathe. Shift to plank. Keep the belly tight. Squeeze. Lower to chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing. Scoop it back. Spreading the toes. Shift to plank. This time bring the feet together. Rotate to the right. Left arm reaching. Top arm over the ear. Switch sides. Left hand down, rotate. Right arm reaching. Back to the center. Shift, chaturanga. Upward facing. Scoop it back. Breathe. All right, now let's shift to plank. Right leg lifting, squeeze. Take the knee into the nose. Shoot it back. Right knee up to the right. Shoot it back. Twist. Shoot it back. Knee to nose round. Chaturanga. All the way upward. Scoop it back. Stretching the toes. Plank pose. Left leg squeezes. Knee to nose. Send it back. Knee to the left. Send it back. Twist. Send it back. Back to the middle. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. Let's drop the knees. Take them fairly wide. Sink all the way down. Child's pose, rest. Let's roll the chest open, so shift down. Separate the knees pretty wide. Bring the chest to the floor. Hands come back. Push. Lift up. Bring the knees together. Sit up. Take a moment. Bring the hands back. Release the fingers. Open. And fold. Crown of the head down. Release. Plant the palms, shift up, downward facing. Now look forward. We're getting ready to float up. So strong arms push into the knuckles, bend those knees and float. Find a little hang time. Again, use the wall. Whatever feels good with the legs, maybe bring them together. Shift to the ground. Fold all the way in. Scoop, rise up. Reach. Hands come into the heart. Breathe. Arms up. Open up. Fold. Rise to the fingers. Plant those palms. Roll to the tops of the toes. Send it back. Chata. Pull the belly in upward. Scoop it up and back. Spreading the toes. Breathe. All right, let's get ready to float again. Remember, strong arms push into the knuckles. Start to lift. Bend the knees. Floating it up. Take a straddle if you need to help lift. Bring the legs together. And scoop down. Maybe this time you want to stretch the wrists. Let's slide the hands under the feet, giving the wrists a little stretch. Release. Come up. Hands to the heart. Arms up. Open the heart. Let's fold. Rise up. Plant the palms. We're going to roll up to the toes. Shoulders to ears. Cha-cha. Upward facing. Scoop it back. Stretching out. Spreading the toes. Spreading the fingers. Breathe. Marley, come here. Come here. You got your ball. Downward facing dog. Floating up again. Strong arms. Bend those knees. Float. All the way up. Find a little hang time. Push into the knuckles. Take your time, float down, fold in. Inhale, rise up. Let's separate the feet. Grab the big toes, fold. And then slide the hands again under the feet. Let's take a malasana, squat, drop the hips. Rest. Hands at the heart, close the eyes. Left hand in front, right hand reaches. Switch. Left hand in front, right hand behind the back. Switch. Left hand back. Back to the middle. Pause. Now let's shift to the tailbone. Take a Navasana, scoop out the belly. Lower all the way down to Ardha Navasana. Hold, back up and lift. Bring the heels in, shift the weight. Let's bring the hands in between the knees. Shifting forward, we're gonna roll up to the toes. Find a little balance here. Maybe bring the arms up. Hands to the heart. Gently drop the knees. Reach the right hand back, get a little stretch. And shift. Left hand back. Switch. Other side. And now sit between the knees. Sit back for a few breaths. Come all the way down. Rest. Virasana. Start to scoop back up. Let's take full camel. So take one hand back, then the other. Lift the chest. Head back. Hips forward. Shift back up. Now we're going to roll to the toes. So scoop the belly. Roll to the toes. Balance. Shift the heels all the way down, stretch. Fold all the way in. Fold in. And go ahead and step the feet back. Downward facing. Let's take the right leg up and back, open the hip. Bend the knee. Square off the hips. Take the knee into the nose. Pause there. Rotate to the inside of the left heel. Extend that right foot. Extend, reach the arms over the ear. Slide the leg out. Let's get a nice little split. Stretching forward. Inhale back up, right hand back. Start to scoop and lift. Push into the hand. Plant the left hand, pull the right knee up. Go ahead and flip the dog all the way over. Stretch. that knee up. Plant that right palm. Pull the knee into the nose. Right leg lifts. Step the left foot in. Adjust the hands. We're going to shorten up the stance. We're getting ready to float. Hips are nice and square. Shoulders are forward. Bend the left knee. Float. Try to take a little hop or two. We're going to do 2 to 3 hops. Okay? If you get upside down, great. Maybe just play with that a little bit. Scoop it up. Start working the shift. So we're going to switch legs while you're upside down, pushing into the shoulders. Use the wall. Now we're going to land. Right foot's coming down all the way. Plant it. Pause. Let's step the left foot all the way back. Pull the belly in. Let's take a warrior one. Hands come to the floor. Belly in. Chaturanga. Upward facing. Downward facing. Left leg reaches up. Big stretch. Bend the knee. Square it off. Knee to nose. Round. Inhale back. Left knee, left tricep. Inhale back. Twist all the way under. Bring that left foot up. Drop the back heel. Reach it, open, stretch. Slide that leg out. Find your middle split. Fold in. Reach the chest forward. And then shift back. Left hand to the outside. Right hand reaching. Pause. Scoop it up. Right hand down, left leg up. Start to flip the dog over. Reach. Left hand over. Shifting back. Knee to nose. Round. Send it up and back. Here we go with our little hops. Adjust the hands, shorten up the stance. Shoulders over wrists, bend the right knee, start to take little hops. Once you get upside down, work on your switches. Use the wall. Switching splits. The legs can go high. You don't have to do really big splits. All right, landing on the left foot. Pause. Find your balance. Step the right foot back. Pull the belly in. Scoop up. Reaching the arms up. Let's go warrior one. Big stretch. Squaring off those hips. Wrapping the right hip forward. Reach. Hands to the floor. Step that left foot back. Belly in. Chata. All the way upward. Scooping it back. Spreading the fingers and toes. Breathe. Take child's pose if you need it. Now we're getting ready to float. Shake out those wrists. Floating to the top of the mat, so shorten up your stance. Lift the heels, bend the knees, float. All the way up. Use that wall. Play with squeezing the legs together. Shifting down. Let's fold in. Rise up. Hands to the heart. Breathe. Step to the top of the mat. Take a chair pose. Sink those hips nice and low. Come down to the heels. Shift to the tailbone, Navasana. Let's take Ardha. Hold. Exhale for 1. Lower. Exhale 2. Lower. 3. 2 more. Lower. 4. Last one. 5. Heels shift. Right next to the tailbone, hands in between the knees. Shift all the way up. Take a little Malasana. Maybe wrap the hands back, fold in. Release the hands. We're going to roll up to the toes like we did earlier. Arms reach. Maybe bring the knees closer, hands together. Drop the knees. I'm gonna scoop back, so I'm in the frames, shift into camel. One hand or both. Reach the head back. Let's drop the knees, sit down, take a little rest. Breathe. All right, shifting back up. Maybe a deeper camel, slide the hands higher up the legs. Yogi's choice. All right, hands back, shifting the hips. Walking the hands higher up. All right, shift back, bring the toes back, curl the toes. Get ready to shift up. Balance. Dropping the heels. Shift back. Fold in. All right, let's take a Bakasana. So yogi's choice, you guys can play with Bakasana or in a version of choice. So we're gonna shift, heels up. Knees on the arms. Shifting the weight. Lifting the knees, lifting the toes, curling the toes up. Breathe. Take a little rest. Back to Malasana. So now we're gonna take the Bakasana, we're gonna work a headstand, all right? So nice and slow. Shift up, stretch, knees on the arms, scoop it forward, toes curl up, roll to the crown of the head, scoop up those legs, really engage the core, and breathe. Find balance. And then shift back. Get ready to pull the knees down, landing. Try not to let the toes touch the floor. Roll to the crown of the, to the forehead. Now lift back up. See if you can send it back to Chata. Upward face. Pull it back, downward facing. Let's take a little rest in child's pose. Drop the knees. Rest. Give those wrists a break. Maybe even take the hands underneath the legs, stretching the wrist a little bit. That might feel good or it might not. And then release. Let's shift back up. Hands down, tuck the toes and lift. Let's go again, round two. Right leg squeezes. Square off the hips, bend the left knee, and let's float up. Shift and switch legs. Try it a few times. Now we're gonna try to land. Right toes touch the right wrist. Left leg, maybe even keep it up to the sky. Maybe bend that top leg. Maybe even play with shifting back up. And then go again, land. Land on that foot. All right, squeeze the knees in. This time, pause. Bend the knee, hands at the heart. Balance. Push into that leg. Come up to standing. Pull the belly in. Let's grab the toe. Scoop and lift. Open up the hip. Breathe. Take it back. Release that leg. Reach the arms forward. Yogi's choice, arms forward or back. Fingers to the floor. Setting up your standing split. Working towards that ankle, working the hand to the ankle, nose to knee. Try to lock out the top leg. Breathe. Now plant those palms. Get ready, square off the hips, knee in. We're getting ready to float up again. Take your time. So right knee bends, left leg reaches up. Maybe both legs go up. Now we're gonna release that right foot again. Step the left foot back. We're gonna rotate to warrior two. So up and out. Take 3 breaths here. Maybe reach the right hand back, a little stretch. And then bring the right hand in front, top arm over. Inhale back again, little stretch, reach, reverse your warrior. Take that right hand to the outside. Top end reaches. Again, reverse. Shift. Right end to the outside. Let's take Ardha Chandrasana. So right hand in front of the toes, left hand reaching. Let's play with balance. Maybe grab the back foot, try to lift the right fingers. Again, it doesn't have to be anything special, just breathe. Release the fingers to the floor, release that leg. Now pause here for a few breaths. We're getting ready to rotate. So, follow my lead, you're twisting. Now the right hand comes down over to the side, left hand comes down. Think puppy press as you float up. Shoulders to ears. Pull that knee up, or you can do straight leg. All right? Either one works. But lift onto the right toes, shift, push the shoulders forward. Switch up, pause. You can lift into the straight line, or you can shift back, pause, straddle, shift to the other side, take a moment, maybe even fold in on this side. Set the foot down, take a standing split, whatever feels right for you. Let's talk about coming back. So bringing that left hand down, right hand down. Start to scoop, maybe you do puppy press. The right knee comes over. This time I'm going to try with a bent knee. All right, shifting shoulders forward. Left leg comes up, then straighten it, shift. You can go straight line or just come down. I kind of missed the opportunity to go straight line. So let's come back, pause. Since we've done a lot of upside down, let's come into a pigeon stretch. Feels super nice to come down low, get a little stretch. Folding in over that hip. All right, start to shift the weight, open chest. Maybe bend the back leg. Maybe even reach around for the foot. Think mermaid, reach that other hand back. All right, start to chest up, reach those arms up. Start bending the knee, reach, elbows come in, little stretch back, and then slowly release. Let's shift onto the knee, take a moment here, pull that left knee in, for a moment. Let's stretch this hip. So pull this knee over. Get a little stretch in that outer hip more. All right, having a little fun here with some arm balance. I know this is a lot. All right, so from here, I'm going to tuck, bend low, hook the toe around the left tricep, shift the weight, lift that left leg all the way up, and then shift down, take a little rest, maybe bend, breathing, getting low, shifting, leaning, and floating that leg up. Shoulders pushing, squeezing. Again, cross that ankle, pull the knee in, push, round, land, lift that leg, and release. Step it back, take a child's pose. Woo. Rest. Sit up for a moment. Shake it off. Those wrists get intense workout, so stretch those wrists. Let's shake it out. Let's go second side. All right, both hands down, left leg reaching up and back. Hips nice and square. Breathe. Look forward, bend the knee, right knee, float up. Maybe a couple little switches. Right leg over, left toe's gonna tap the wrist. Shift up, and we land. Maybe try again, or just come down. Ha! Get ready to stretch. We're squaring it off the hips. Think warrior 3. Open the chest. Oh, let's do a standing split first, guys. Sorry, standing split. Breathe and fold in, folding all the way in. Point that top toe. Now square off the hips. Chest is open, bend the left knee, hands at the heart. Come up to standing. Reach it up. Breathe. Reach down for that toe. Lift. Extend. Open. Reach. Take it to the center. Breathe. Shift it back. Yogi's choice, arms forward or back. Okay? Reach. Fingers to the floor. You can take another standing split if you like, or if you're like sick of them, skip it. All right, folding in. Now square out those hips. We're going to go up again. All right, so shift. Oh, actually, no. This time we go over to the left for our cartwheel. So we're going to shift to the left. Remember, it's either bent or straight leg. So shift, straighten that leg, lean, shift the shoulders all the way forward and up. Point the toes, walk out the knees, take the legs up, shift it back, shift to the other side. Foot comes down, fold, and let's shift back. Bend the knees. I'm sorry, don't bend the knees. Shoulders to ears, lift onto that right toe. Strong left leg, lean. Really drive with that foot. Come over. Squeeze those legs up, back, and twist, down. All right? From here, we'll go to warrior 2. So shift that foot forward, pause, windmill open, pause, reverse. Shift forward, hands to the inside, reverse. Left hand outside, reverse. Now shift, Ardha Chandrasana. Adjust that foot, shift. Maybe bring that hand up. Maybe grab the foot, bend the left knee, chest is open, reach. Shift it back, open, and release that foot. Fold all the way down. Let's step it back, pigeon. Stretching out the hip. Closing the eyes. Shifting up. Take a moment. Maybe bend the back leg, reach for the foot. Toe working towards the butt. Maybe a little mermaid reach. And then lastly, of course, if you have a strap, this is easier. Reaching those arms up. And working the toe back towards the head. Maybe a couple little kicks. And then release. Slide that leg up. Start to scoop that back knee in. We're gonna work on getting a little stretch. So spit, lift the knee. Hop the knee in. Little stretch here. Coming into a funky chair. Reaching up. Let's come up to standing for a moment. Maybe even take that leg. Maybe even feel that stretch. All right, so we're gonna take this Ekapada Galabhasana again. I'm gonna shift this side so you can see the foot hooking. So I'm gonna cross the ankle. All right, shift down, fingers to the floor. All right, now from here, these toes wrap around the tricep, you'll lean down, shift the weight, and scoop up. And then release, take a moment. Okay. So now I'm giving you a couple options. You can just play with the pose again. You can also float to handstand. I did that on the other side, so I'll show you that on this side. I like to do a little pendulum swing. Some people who are even stronger can just press up. All right? So I'll show you mine, the way I swing the leg. All right, here goes. So, crossing the ankle. Shifting the weight. Lifting. All right. Now, all right, so we got up. Crossing the ankle again, scoop, shift, push, land, lift, and release. Dropping those knees, let's get child's pose. Rest. Let's simply come up. Let's just roll over the feet. All right, so we're gonna roll over the feet, lie down, take a little rest, all the way down in the back. Chill for a few breaths. Give those wrists a break. Let's pull the knees in, squeeze. Maybe a little happy baby stretch. Maybe straighten those legs. Let's take a quick bridge, heels down, scoop out the belly, lift. Lace up the fingers. And then release. Lift the hips. And then really shift all the way back down. Let's bring the feet together, knees apart. Close the eyes and get a little rest.